interestingly, 15 years back, we did a survey through some consulting agency. So that time we realized that the priorities of the customer has changed, and their number one priority earlier used to be trust, which flipped. Designs became number one, and trust was taken because hallmarking had come in. So trust or purity plank was taken away from all the jewelers across India with hallmarking coming in. So design was the number one thing. So we started working on that. We started launching our own collections, ground up, after understanding what the customer was looking for. So in a gist, keep focus on the customer. As the customer evolves, we evolve. That is the policy that we have used.
So Paul, I have a question for you. For Pethes, for example, it is Maharashtra. Can you all hear me? Yeah, good. For you, you are from Kerala. From Kerala, you went across India, initially to southern states. Now you are in other states, and you are also in the Middle East. Who is your customer, and how are you really addressing them? How has your retail environment and retail business changed? And I think to Mr. Ashish Pethe's point of view, that in the research what they found, which is also true, that the customers rank or need design as almost a national chain, international chain. Who is your customer? Who do you design for?
Well, good afternoon. We are just started from Kerala. We are a traditional Kerala family jewellery, and it was founded by my grandfather. We are in the third generation, and we started a partition after that with my dad and my three brothers are there. I've been in the jewellery industry for more than 30 years, and our customer mainly we are focusing on that traditional jewellery we are focusing, and the time you see the customer change, market is changing very fast, and the customers see more new design, and what you say like there's a marriage party. We are in south mainly we are focusing on marriage wedding collection, and wedding jewellery are the main thing what we focused earlier. We started first in Kerala, then we moved to slowly to Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Telangana, Karnataka. And earlier we were very, what do you say, that Kerala market was very prime like in the India. So after that we started moving to Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu we see that we have covered almost all entire 27 showroom we have. So when you see customer, we will see customer service. See, we have a good team, staff members, we train them very well. Customer prefer for more collection, more service. However, we give better service, the customer will be keep on coming back. See, when the customer, when they leave and they see very happy about what the service we give, we keep on coming back again and again. So it's very important to give service to the customer. And also the market is changing, the designs is changing. They want the best, and that nowadays that media, social media, they can be track all the item, what is happening in the market, all the latest item, all we can see. So we need to understand what the customer need. We need to go with that and provide what is the best in that, what is their requirement, and we should understand how to come forward to get what they need to get the best in from that. So nowadays there are a lot of because market is very competition, and not easy for like earlier. So we are adapting a lot of new method, like we have each and every department for sales, marketing, finance, HR, everything. So each department, they will look up whatever shortage, what is needed in each department. So they'll be developing everything. Each and every section, they want to know what improvement we need to. So we keep on improving to the thing. And we want to go more to all India, like where you say that we are now at present only present in South India, and we are planning to come to North India also. So it depends on culture is different. So we are more focusing on our culture type. We don't know how the market will be in the north. Like, so depends what is there happening, and we are learning day by day how to improve and want to know how the market is moving. So it will be good to know about that.
Very interesting. Two things that after hearing Mr. Pete, that for customers design is very important, and we need to, and the trust kind of was a factor which is taken for granted, that if you hallmarked and everything, you have to be trustworthy, then only the customers come to you. What I hear you saying is, in some ways, professionalize, that bring in experts in different areas, whether it is, and customer service is something that you emphasize on. So while design is important to bring in, but to retain and grow customers, you are saying customer service is a key. And that's what has changed, and that has evolved, and that's how your business has really kept pace and have been able to grow. So, Prerak, I have a question for you. You are a disruptor. आपने सबको परेशान कर दिया है. कहाँ गए आप?
इधर
दिखने, हाँ, there you are.
Yes.
So, lab grown ने के लिए, for what is it that your customer is looking for? Because the designs are same as natural diamonds. I don't think they are very different. Customer service is also given whatever retail you do. So how has a lab-grown diamond jewelry business is relatively new, I would say, compared to the others. So what is your view about, in terms of how has your business changed in last couple of years?
For like, as Mr. Ashish and Mr. Paul says, like the designs and also the way of doing like natural diamond and the lab-grown diamonds. Right now in lab-grown diamonds, you can do more and more, like variety of cuttings, first of all. And in natural diamond before, it was not used to like, you can't do more things with more designs or more things with the natural. But now with lab-grown, like any sizes or any kind of cutting, like what we are making currently is like alphabets and also some other shapes like leopards, and we also made a trump cut. So those things, people need and people want those things, and we are now doing that thing we can do in wholesale. Before in natural, what we cannot do. So at that perspective, like more and more design and more varieties we can make, and like people want more design from us, and we can like create that thing for them right now. And also like in US market and like Australia and Hong Kong and China market. Currently, like in China market, they are using some hulu cuts and a horse because the year of horse. So right now they are like asking for those jewelry. So we are making those jewelry. And like next year it will be again another animal or any other kind of shape. So we will make for them another one. And also in US they are asking more and more different shapes, like some like trapezoid cuts, which we are making like bags from that, which in natural before nobody had made that. So we make the bag collection, like the Birkin bags. So those are new collection. They are keep asking for new things. So we are just keep like improving our things in designs, and also the millennials right now, they want very, very, very different design than traditional designs. So yeah, we can create those designs for them also right now. So for that changes we are seeing from last few years.
So Prerak, we knew in terms of the design and in India especially, the customization was always there. But what you are saying is that with LGD, the customization has gone couple of notches higher, that you can give them the diamond cuts they want, the designs they want, because the cost of the material is relatively less, so you are able to customize so that is the evolution that you see, which has helped the LGD business to grow.
Yes, and it's like way beyond now, not before. Before was like, okay, people asking, but there is like, in natural, there is no rough, or sometimes there is lack of, the sizes and everything. But now in lab-grown, it's like way beyond. You can like cut any sizes. And right now also they are cutting up to like, in lab-growns, in like CVDs, mainly as grown, they are now doing more than like 50 carats. As grown D color, VVS1, D color IF, like that. So those are like also, before what people asking is D flawless in natural. So now in lab grown also you have like as grown, no treatment, like those kind of heavy stones. And currently some of the clients from overseas and also from Hong Kong, and they are asking for us in a replica. So like before they have natural stones, so now they want a replica of that stones, like big stones. So now we also can create those things right now. And in India, what I see in India also, people are right now making like Sri Ganesha and like the various kind of gods, and they are like making a portrait cuts of the goddesses, and also some different cuttings. So in India also people are asking for this kind of things, and we are making in India, like we are also supplying to India some of the clients right now, because India is a very huge market and there is also more players to play. So they are right now also this kind of demands are there.
Thank you, Prerak. So we are talking about the India as a market and how diverse it is. In terms of different states, different likings, communities, customs, traditions. Let's go to Dubai, which is diversity to another level. Chandubai, there in Dubai we have not just a Indian community from different states, maybe focused on a couple of states, but you have also a lot of other international communities and a lot of international brands as well. How has retail evolved in that part of the world, Chandubai? And how are they meeting with these challenges?
सबसे पहले तो नमस्कार सबको, good afternoon to everybody, and actually the Dubai market is a very interesting example, because despite going through almost every major international luxury brand, local and regional jewelers have actually continued to grow strongly, and very, very strongly. In fact, the competition has actually pushed the entire market to become more professional, design-oriented and customer-focused. Yes, the international brands, they actually cater to a slightly different emotion and purchasing needs. They sell global brand aspirations, exclusivity and lifestyle traditional. Whereas the Indian and the regional jewelers in Dubai, they continue to dominate the areas of trust, value, craftsmanship, relationships, customization of the jewelry, and also investor-led purchases. Dubai jewelers actually adapted by upgrading. You see, when the international players came in, they had to upgrade their retail experiences and better store designs, customer services, packaging and technology, and also there was a very big increase in the transparency. The jewelers here have invested heavily in design innovation, while still retaining the cultural relevance of the Indian, Arab and Asian consumers. They strengthen the trust by focusing on purity, A lot of jewelers here now give buyback policies, extreme guarantees, and long-term customer relationship is the key word for everybody. Many of the local jewelers here, they actually became international chains also. And you rightly said, professional management is the key to give standardized customer experience. And that standardized customer experience will draw your consumers again and again and again to you. The jewelers here, they understood the core customer deeply, and instead of trying to imitate the international brands. You see, the luxury brands have a standard format. They have standard jewelry. If you go to the shop, you will find maybe 20, 30, and that's it. The collection is there. They develop a collection, and that collection will last for full season. But here, when it comes to a traditional jeweler, they can adapt to anything. They can customize anything. And one of the other major, I would say, the feature was that the Dubai jewelers succeeded in remaining flexible and market sensitive. They can actually adapt very easily to the season. For example, if there's a wedding season, they will have wedding jewelry. If there is a Akshay Tritiya, they will have jewelry which is suitable for that. If there is a Raksha Bandhan, they will have jewelry suited for that. So they adapt very easily to the regional taste and the changing gold prices also. You see, the jewelers of Dubai are actually a little higher than all the other nationalities, I would say. Why? Because Dubai is, or UAE is home to almost 190 nationalities, and we have to meet the aspirations and the desires of all the customers from all the nationalities. So here, you see, the jewelers adopted the idea of high turnovers and low profits, low margins, and that is why we have one of the best transparent pricing system. The price is displayed on a board which is there in every shop, and what is needed is only the labor charges which is added. So there is a very strong emotional connect of the jeweler and the customer. So they understand each other, and that is why they could actually go through this whole cycle of having all these international brands. And as far as the international, the Indian jewelry sector is concerned, I think the international brands will be growing, and they will be growing in very big numbers there, and especially in the major cities, and also the choice of the youth will become that, because that is aspirational jewelry. But the local and the regional jewelers have the powerful connect of emotion and being the family jeweler. So if you can enhance that by living up to that credibility, I'm sure we will all have fantastic business for times to come.
Thank you. So from what we have heard from the four speakers, design, service, transparency is something that Chandubai mentioned, and Prerak mentioned customization. If I can take up what Chandubai mentioned about the transparency, I'll come to you in a minute, Kinjal, is that we have seen an increasing trend. It is kind of almost has become like hallmarking, certification or jewelry. Does that play any role in designing, in transparency, in customer service, in customization? Is it really very important? Is it how relevant that is? I would like each one of you to answer that quickly, and then I'll go to Kinjal. Ashish.
So if I understand your question correctly, is how relevant is certification?
Do you really need that, and how does it help? And how has it evolved or helped to evolve the retail environment?
I'll again go back to my point of observing the customer. If there is changes in the customer behavior, you have to reflect in your organization. Earlier, there used to be a concept of a family jeweler. So a family for generations would go to the same jeweler, return back the old jewelry to the same jeweler, he would give the full value, whatever. But somewhere on the way, after 1990 regularization, a lot of jewelers mushroomed, so the younger generation started moving around. Parents are saying, ये हमारा family jeweler है, इसके पास चलो. लेकिन डैड जाने के पहले एक बार उधर देख के आते हैं, एक बार उधर देख के आता है. So their choices widened. The moment their choices widened, they required a third person to quantify or to certify the product that they are buying. So the next generation did not only just depend on their parents' assurance that he is a good jeweler. They said, I want it certified by a third party because tomorrow I am going to give it to a totally new jeweler from a totally different city. So in that context, jewelry certification, hallmarking, diamond certification became relevant because the customer demand was there. They wanted it to be independently certifiable. And coming back to what Paul Bhai said, again going back to my premise, as customer changes, you change. For customer now, design, service, उसके आगे जाके today the customer wants experience. So that he wants experience. If the same chain is available, same design is available, same kind of coffee is being served or whatever. Ambience क्या है, क्या type का मुझे experience मिलता है entering a store. That is what the newest customer wants. So I think everyone will have to unlearn what we have learned and learn something new what the customer teaches you.
Very interesting. I think I love the phrase that Ashish Bhai just mentioned, unlearn and learn. Because then you kind of do that every day. I think you also mentioned we are learning every day new things. Yes, please.
Yes. Now in the market, you see now the trend is changing. Now usually it was during that earlier time the items all were heavy items all that was for marriage. People were used to know. Now the gold prices went very high. Now people are going for lightweight jewelry. And now new youth people, the new generation, they want all in new design, new collection, lightweight jewelry, and in like in low carat, like 18 carat, 14 carat, 9 carat, and we are promoting both mixed gradation and like fancy jewelry for modern jewelry, like that is there. So at present, market is very, as you know, very trend. Very difficult for us to identify of the item. More customer, also outside we need to see about the rotation, all is happening, and how much dead stock is coming. So rotation we need to maintain, otherwise we keep lot of stock in the ready stock and a lot of dead stock is coming like that. So we need to monitor the side, we need to make a customer happy, we need to give them the best selection. All that is very challenging nowadays. Is the
So, Kinjal, if I can ask you, in all of this that we have been really now discussing, how relevant is the RJC standard or RJC certification for the retailers in India?
So, first of all, thank you very much, Informa India and the New Jewelers Media House for inviting me here, and specifically Informa for joining hands with RJC, as a supporter member. And that really says half of your response, that like Informa India is the fourth Informa subcontinent association who is joining RJC. So this clearly says that Responsible Jewellery Council standard, which are internationally known and recognized by all, not only top brands, but also the stakeholders and international associations and all, it's highly essential. So today, Ashish ji has very clearly spoken about, Mr. Paul has also very clearly spoken about, Chandubai's company is already RJC member, they have already joined, and I'm sure that lots of people sitting in the audience or even in the upcoming panels, they are either members of RJC or going to be the members of RJC. So why it is important for retailers in India is that today, as Ashish ji has said, that we change the way consumer wants. what I want to say is that if you join RJC today, you are already there what your consumer wants tomorrow. So RJC is definitely so important, and it's forward-looking thing because the ultimate motto and vision of RJC is to create trust in consumer for jewelry and watch industry. And how we do that? We do that by creating three world-class standards. Most importantly, it's a voluntary certification and standard scheme. But the best of the best thing is that it is a standard made by industry for industry. And for retail, if you talk about all the top retailers of the world, you name it, and they are a member of RJC. So they absolutely see, I'm not talking about Indian retailers, I'm talking about all international retailers. They absolutely know what their consumer wants. They absolutely know what their B2B business partners wants. And in order for them to communicate it so sophisticatedly or so wisely that we are doing the best of the best practices, and our business is absolutely based in terms of business practices, ethics, and in terms of giving back to community, in terms of giving back to environment, that's what all has been taken care of. So it is one thing which tick mark all the concerns of the consumers, and we know how Gen Z thinks. There is a survey which says that by 2027, 70% of the spending decisions are going to be with the consideration of Gen Z's mindset, which clearly says that if you want to buy something, you are going to go and ask, maybe you are going to ask your daughter, you are going to ask the younger generation in the house, and they will also be part of the decision making. Now, of course, you have more industry experience, but they have more knowledge on their hand in their mobiles and in the internet. They go, they research, and they absolutely open their wallet only for the organizations or the companies, those who stand with the right at the right decision in right circumstances. In difficult circumstances, if they take any wrong decisions, they will say, no, we don't want to buy or we don't want to go to this kind of clients. So I can say, for RJC or sustainable ethical business practices for retailers in India, it is no longer good to have. It is absolutely must to have. If you don't understand, if you don't adhere to that, I'm not talking about RJC only, any sustainable business practices, if you are not adhering to it right now, will be very, very soon late.
Wow. That is a caution. Yes, Ashish.
What Kinjal Bhai said, that the younger generation is driving the decisions. Interestingly, in the recently concluded polls in one of the southern states, the new person coming in made sure that the younger generation called up their parents and told them to vote for a particular party. This is a stated fact on television.
Wow,
Absolutely.
I didn't know that. Very, very interesting. Great. So, Prerak, I come back to you now. And my question to you is that in terms of, we are talking about, we talked about the buying behavior, and Kinjal mentioned how the Gen Z is driving the retail, etc. Ashish also mentioned the current situation. Is LGD's success riding because Gen Z wants it? What do they like about it, about the LGD jewelry? Is it price? Is it design? Is it customization? How is that LGD business actually evolved?
First of all, what I want to say about that, all the people are saying about the prices and the designs. And also, right now, for the Gen Zs, they don't have that much spending power than before, for spending in jewelry, and they want to spend money in traveling and all the other things. So right now for the LGD jewelry, more and more people are buying LGD jewelry in, Gen Z and millennials. And as per my perspective, who is right now 15-year-old or 10-year-old daughter or girl, so after 10 years, she will become 25 years. And what they have seen is all like LGD jewelries. Because natural diamonds jewelries are slowly, people are, buying less, and the lab-grown jewelry, they are buying more and more. So right now, current age, the teenagers, what they are seeing major is lab-grown diamonds. And what happened in USA and UK, it's like they have already started trend before 10 years, and right now you can see all the, who was 10 years old before, that right now is 20 years old. So because already it's 10 years past, and they are buying more and more. And now they are already go in the bridal collections and all the other jewelries, major jewelries. So same thing what I'm seeing is in India also, because the trend is going upward in India for the lab-grown diamonds and jewelry. So, and also as per the spending power, okay, if they are buying natural diamond worth of $100,000, but it's like a brand new car. When you are when it is in showcase, so it's like 100,000. But when you are taking it, so it become 80. So same thing happened with natural, but in lab-grown diamonds, when the price is so low, so people want to spend only 0.10 or 0.20 of the price of, and same designs or same jewelry with lab-grown diamonds, and they want to spend other $80 in some other things like that. So as I see, the trend will go much higher and higher in India, all over the India, not like maybe west part or north part or any part, but all over the India, the lab-grown diamond jewelry will going up and upward. And also, as you said, right now, what we are talking about, the hallmarking and the certification, it will be must, because what people were buying before is natural, and then right now they want to buy lab-grown, but they also don't want to be cheated by the Mozonites or CZ or any other things. So that one also right now must needed for the lab-grown diamond jewelry.
So I would just one second, Kinjal, I would like to say one thing, Prerak, and to all our audiences here. We are not talking about one against the other. Each category has its own preferences, has its own set of customers, has its own appeal. So those who love natural diamonds would wear natural diamonds. If they want to buy lab-grown jewelry for whatever reason, they would buy. We sell gold, silver, brass, steel jewelry. It is not that everyone wants only one kind of jewelry. So there is no comparison here as to why people have started buying lab-grown. But I do take your point, Prerak, that the many would want to utilize some amount for travel or for other things, and hence they may want to save their money to buy from jewelry. So there may be something there. You wanted to say something, Kinjal?
So in my opinion, what I've been seeing and observing, that one of the another reason might be such that means natural diamonds have been always positioned as a good investment, and whenever somebody invests in any investment, from the investment point of view, they want investment to grow, to prices to grow up, which has also not actually happened, and that may be one of the another reason why the younger generation absolutely don't want to invest in diamond, but they feel it is good. If I want diamond, it is good. I can have lab-grown jewelry, and wherein I don't have to invest also a lot.
I hear what you are saying, but again, our discussion is not about natural versus lab grown. So each person has its, if I want a Kanjivaram sari, I am going to buy a Kanjivaram sari. You bring a beautiful artificial silk or what looks like a silk sari, I will not buy. I want Kanjivaram. So that is what it is. I think each occasion, so I think, again, I go back to the first thing that Ashish said, listen to your customers. So who are you kind of catering to? So, Chandubhai, I have one question, and this will be my last question before I throw it open to the audience. And Chandubhai, the question is that in India, we have seen that the retailers are expanding from one store to, multiple stores, either in the same city, same region, same state or neighboring states, and are going pan-India as well. And that brings challenges, as we have discussed, what the consumers want, because each consumer is different in different state communities. In Dubai, we have seen that you service a very diverse range. What will be your advice to the retailers here who are in the process and are considering, entering different cities? Welcome, Subbu.
Can I start?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay. You see, all that can be said has already been discussed about what can be done, but here I would like to summarize my opinion for my Indian counterparts. If they want to grow, and they want to grow from one city to pan-India, India itself is actually like a world, because every 100 kilometers the jewelry preferences changes in terms of character, in terms of design. So you will have to be aware of what is happening. You will have to adapt to the local trends, but at the same time you will have to remain true to your core values also. Every company which wants to grow will have to decide what is their core value, what do they stand for. And once they have decided that, they have to modify that core value according to the local taste of the customers where they are going. A point which was discussed earlier was that certification. Certification going forward is going to be very, very important. It is, see, there is two things which a customer wants. So when the customer is buying something, they want to have the best design, and they want to be satisfied and rest assured that what they are buying is what they are paying for. They will pay a little higher or lower, doesn't matter. It will depend on their bargain or on the place from where they bought, but it will be very important for them to have that assurance that what they are being sold is what they are getting. So that certification will become very, very important. So going forward, if anybody wants to grow in India, they will have to have a professional system of management. You see, one thing which Ashish Bhai also said and Mr. Paul also said is that it is very difficult to try and understand by yourself what the customer wants in different areas. So the very important role comes of a merchandiser. You see, as a jeweler, I may not be aware of what is selling in, say, Chennai or in a small town in Karnataka, for example, but a merchandiser who has the experience and travels very often will be bringing that expertise to your company so that you can have the nuances of that area before you open and you understand what you are trying to propose to them. Today, the customer is actually the youth, as rightly said, they are today 20, then they become 30, and then they become the main decision makers. So today, they are all going omni-channel. They are all going towards looking at what they want to buy, trying to explore through the internet, and then going to the physical stores to go and buy there. So they will be discovering the jewelry online, but the purchases may be offline. So pan-India retailers will have to have seamless integration between the digital platforms and physical stores, including actually a very important thing is virtual consultation, which is not offered by many jewelers today. Digital catalogs are offered by many, and then going forward, appointment shopping will become a norm, because when the people are doing all their discovery online, and then they want to go and buy the product in that store, it may not be available in that store. So appointments will become very important, and a very strong social media engagement is invaluable, I would say. If you are there on the social media, you are there, otherwise you are not there anywhere. The younger Indian customer is evolving very rapidly and they want lighter jewelry, they want modern designs, they want different types of collections, the daily wear collection, branded experiences. And one very important thing which is going to be is the financing flexibility. So more and more jewelers are getting financing options also for jewelry purchases because the youth as rightly said, they want to have different experiences other than only buying jewelry. So if they get a financing option that okay, they can pay in installments and take the jewelry at a later date, I think that will be a very, very important thing for them to do. If you are having pan-India or many state opted or many state stores, then the brand experience should be reliable and professional in all the stores. It cannot be that in some stores they get good service, but the other stores don't. So you will have to become very, very adaptive to the needs of the people in that area. Fashion cycles are becoming very short. The retailers are responding very quickly to the trends and social media influences. So today, in my view, the future winners in India will be simply not the biggest retailers, but those who combine skill with local relevance, technology with tradition, and branding with living trust. That balance is what makes Dubai jewelry market successful, and I think it is going to be very, very important going forward for India also.
Thank you. You said many things. I will summarize little later, but before I do that, any question from the audience? Yes, please.
Thank you, ma'am, for holding fort and sorry for the delay. या तो इतिहास रचा जा रहा है रिटेल सिम्पोजियम और thank you for the panelists. Big hand to all the speakers and the panelists and Nirupa ma'am for here. My question to Mr. Pete is that the younger generation is going through a lot of turmoil within his or her mind in terms of designing, in terms of retailing, in terms of digital gold coming in terms of gold ATMs coming in terms of e-commerce coming in. So in all this, how do you see the education with respect to the young jeweler in terms of handling the young customer? Because is it going to reduce the young customer coming into the store because he's got a lot of umbrella of activities, or is he going to be educated enough to tell him or her that this is what you got to do and I am the umbrella here?
If I understand your question correctly, is that how will the next generation in the jewelry industry manage the next generation of the customers?
Absolutely, sir.
Fortunately, unfortunately, the next generation as well as our generation is being bombarded by so much information and this overload of information, and their attention span has gone down. Even our generation people, their attention span has also gone down. What we used to earlier, watch a podcast of 40 minutes, we cannot even hold for 20 seconds now. We have to scroll. So, because of this exposure to a number of mediums and information, our next generation is going to has to face a well-educated, informed, articulate next generation of customers. But luckily, the next generation of jewelers, I was just explaining, telling Nirupaji that when I was the chairman, I was roaming around the country. So 5-7 years back, one question that I was being asked by most of the medium or senior level jewelers is that, sir, हमें एक ही प्रॉब्लम है, हमारा नेक्स्ट जनरेशन बिजनेस में नहीं आना चाहता. So that time we realized the problem was that jewelers had got their jewelry business in a form or format or route that the next generation could not relate to. But a lot has changed in last 5 years. Now most of the people of our generation, all guys generation, is that we have built structures or systems in the companies that the younger generation is comfortable. So they have, all the generation has gone out, studied and has joined. So I think they are very well equipped because they are also of the same mindset that the customer is coming. So they should be better than us, they will be able to handle it, and there is no running away from the next gen customers, because I think 60-65% of the population is under 35. So they are inevitable they have to be managed, but they are the future, because I think serious shopping happens only after 30-35. So that generation will soon get into an age bracket where they will start spending. But I think I am confident about the next generation of our industry, one representative sitting there, that they will handle well.
Thank you very much, sir.
Good evening, everyone.
Any other question? Yes?
Hi, I'm Vineet. So I've spent,
I'm sorry. Yeah. Yes, please.
so I've spent a little more time in the upstream, and in the last 10-20 years, one of the things I'm observing is before the last 10-15 years, most of retailers, their capital was locked in inventory. Especially with natural diamonds. Now I think unit prices are slightly lower because of lab grown, and more memo has come into play. So now it is freed up, I'm guessing, some capital. My question is, how is it being reallocated at the retail level to grow the business further? And especially, like, how does research and development and like innovation come into the fold here as a potential avenue for investing that extra capital?
Chandubai, would you like to take this question? Chandubai, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry, I could not hear the full question.
His question is, I think the question that he asked, and as Subbu just mentioned about the next generation, they are challenging all of us. He is now challenging us. He is saying that the average price of the jewelry has come down. There is increasing memo happening. So your capital, which was locked in the inventory, is freed up to some extent. His question is, what you guys are doing?
Mainly directed towards natural and lab growns. He was mainly directed.
No, I mean in general, I think memo has increased even for naturals, and more manufacturers are giving it some memo.
So his question is that what you guys have done with this freed up capital, how are you reallocating this and increasing your return on investment, right? Okay, he's a potential investor.
If that is the question, then first of all, I would like to correct him. There is no freed up capital at all anywhere.
Absolutely.
Because the gold price, when we started the business, was at $1,000, today it is at $4,700. So the gold has taken a lot of that capital away. In fact, it is irony that the gold price has gone up, but our making charges, our labor charges have not gone up, and that is a different struggle to be discussed at a different day. So the freedom capital is actually not happening. In fact, if we are going to have the natural diamond and the lab-grown diamond both, or if you are changing the lab-grown for natural, I think you will have to have much more jewelry, because the customer who is demanding that, or who is looking for lab-grown diamond jewelry, will want a much wider variety of jewelry than what could be done, and most of the value in that jewelry is the gold content. It is not only the value of the diamond which is important in lab-grown diamond jewelry. So I think that concept of having additional free capital will not be there unless and until you are a loose diamond jeweler and diamond dealer and you have stopped doing that diamond business, then maybe yes, you will have free capital. I think that is the case. Can I add one thing here regarding the debate on the lab-grown and the natural? Just to my point of view is that anybody who wants to preserve value will go for natural. Anybody who wants for perceived value and for fashion will go for lab-grown.
Okay. Do you want to add? Yes, Ashish.
I agree with Chandu. Actually, there is major working capital gap which has developed. If you are an expanding in a growth phase jeweler, if you are content with whatever you have and you are building, then you don't have that much of a problem in terms of working capital. If you are growing, a 50 kilo branch was costing you maybe 15 crores. Today, 50 crore is like 50 kilos is 75 rows. So the gap is much higher. So actually there is dearth of working capital, not surplus, number one. Number two, what Chandubhai also said about natural and thing, I think over the period of time it is quite clear now that natural is for investment or retention of value, while lab grown has clearly grown into closer towards the fashion segment. Because of the lower price, you can play around with stones, take bigger stones, have designs which could you never imagine in the natural. You can do that in lab grown, so it is going closer to the fashion. That's why in each household you will have both coexisting rather than lock stock moving to lab growns.
Thank you. You had a question?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I'm Naidu from Mirror.ai. We provide augmented reality solutions to the jewelry retailers. My question to the panelists is, like Ashish sir spoke, Paul sir spoke, and Chandubhai also spoke. Okay, there's a lot of adoption of technology versus Gen Z influencing decisions. And Paul sir talked about 24 karat coming down to 9 karat and things like that. Do you have any statistics in hand right now? What is the split between the in-store business versus the online business? Thank you.
Do we have, I'm not sure whether any of, Mr. Paul, what is your estimate?
There is no public data or even in our company also we don't have that concrete data. I'll tell you why. I mean, how much we are selling online and how much offline, that data is available. But that will not be the correct data, because after COVID, that exploration part has gone online totally. So people used to earlier go shop humping, idhar jao, jab udhar jao, udhar ka design dekho, leke aao. Now people do that sitting at home, Insta pe jaake designs dekho, they shortlist, and last that 10-20% of the decision is done jo touch and feel kehte hai. That is done only in the store primarily. So we cannot tell you how much of the decision was taken online and how much it was taken offline. Finally, it's a touch and feel product. And online selling mein ticket sizes still remain smaller, especially in silver. But online bullion has jumped substantially in last 1 year when the prices have skyrocketed. Substantial sales are happening online for bullion, which eventually will come to offline and convert into jewelry. So it is very difficult to give you the percentages, but online traction has increased, definitely. Percentages we cannot say.
Okay.
So ma'am, in the interest of time, we would like to proceed.
Yes, I was about to say, so there are no questions. I think we are anyway almost done. Thank you. Thank you, panelists, for your time, your contribution. And I'm sorry if I missed asking you important questions. Sorry if I said something which was probably not or politically correct, but thank you all for being part of this discussion, and thank you.
Everybody, a huge round of applause for our moderator. We request you to please be on stage. We would like to felicitate them. Thank you so much, our esteemed panelists, for such an insightful and engaging discussion on the evolving dynamics of jewelry retail. Now I'm going to be requesting Mr. Rakesh Bhan, Director of Fisher Measurement Technologies India Private Limited, to please join on stage, and thank Mr. Ashish Pete for joining here with us today. So let's put our hands together, everybody. We would like to give a small memento. Thank you so much, sir, for being part of panel discussion. Next, I'm going to be requesting Mr. Anish H. Kumar, Head New Product Design Development, Indriya Aditya Birla Jewellery, to please join on stage. And to please present a memento to Mr. Paul. Let's all put our hands together. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your experience and sharing your insightful thoughts. Now I'm going to request Mr. Shezan Mansoor, VP Operations, COO, Sri Lanka Gem and Jewelry Association, to please join on stage. and hand over the memento to our moderator, Ms. Nirupa Bhatt. Let's all put our hands together. Thank you so much, ma'am, for a wonderful moderation. And now I'm going to be requesting Mr. Yogesh, MD of Informa Markets India, to please join on stage and hand over memento to Mr. Kinjal Shah for joining with us on stage. Thank you so much, sir, for joining with us and sharing your thoughts with us. Let's take a group picture post this.
Thank you. Can we disconnect now?
Thank you, Chandubai and Prerak.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, our panelists, for joining with us over the voice.
Wishing to all the exhibitors.
Thank you very much for the speakers and
Recording stop.
The inaugural session of the All India Jewellery Retail Forum is looking to be evolving to like the gem and jewellery industry. But the next session is most interesting, ladies and gentlemen, where we are talking about technology, hardcore technology for the retailers. How the retail is going to evolve with the help of technology. Can I invite Vineet Jogani on stage, please? Currently the director at Lemon Diatech, brings a robust background in software engineering and technology leadership, notably from his tenure at Google. Having worked on building advanced algorithms for graph search and fingerprinting, co-inventing a published patent and developing groundbreaking GNS, his experience reflects deep technical know-how of large-scale platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand to Vineet Jogani. May I now invite Rishabh. Rishabh is the new gen entrepreneur and the executive director at J Pencil. As a fourth generation jeweler and a first generation AI engineer, Rishabh has built over a dream to bring technology and jewelry together. To not just be a software service, but to be an all-in-one jewelry backend specialist, providing software, stock and supply. Ladies and gentlemen, Rishabh from J Pencil. Can I also have the pleasure of inviting Mr. Rakesh Kumar Ban. He is the Managing Director of Fisher Measurement Technologies India Private Limited and Fisher Instruments Middle East FZCO Dubai. Part of the globally renowned Helmut Fisher Group, Germany, a market leader in supplying precise, accurate, reliable and non-destructive testing instruments for precious metals analysis. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand to Rakesh Ban, Managing Director, Fisher Measurement Technologies India Private Limited. We would also be playing the videos of our speaker companies, the latest advancements that each and every company is bringing in to the gem and jewelry industry. Our next speaker, Mirar Innovation Technologies Private Limited founder, Mr. Jeevagan Prakash, goes by the name JP. JP, can I call you JP? Thank you very much. He's a technologist who has consistently worked ahead of the adoption curve of immersive and intelligent computing. JP has founded Mirar Innovation. Welcome, JP. Thank you very much. And today we are going to witness advancements in technology, the future and how technology has helped evolve the retail sector. Can we have the videos, please? Excellent. Vineet, you've been working hard on the AI integrated software and studio, and really very proud of Vineet and JP and of course Mr. Ban. We know each other for a long time, and J Pencil is the young Turk of the gem and jewelry sector. So can we start with you, Rishabh? Jewellery.ai is a revolution, isn't it? You can make anybody sell jewellery without a shop or stock. How is it possible?
Yeah, so without stock and without shop are two different questions. So let me start with without stock, right? That's how it has been for a long time. If you go down to your proper towns, right? When you go down to Saukarpet, you go down to Sukrawarpet and in these areas, even now you see that the core business is still being run by workshops, where people go directly to the workshops, get something designed, and the workshop person says, you know what, this is the cost, this is what's going to be, and that's where the development happens. So in terms of selling jewelry without a stock, it's not so difficult, if you ask me. Now let me go down to selling it without a shop. So I think the previous panel kind of answered most of my questions. Being big shop owners themselves, most of my questions were answered here. So I think Mr. Siroya said today branding is the most important. If you have the right brand, if you're able to reach the customer correctly, there is nothing more than that. And I think Pethe sir said trust is not the main factor anymore. It's about what designs you have, right? So the trust is just replaced with a word called branding now. So when you're able to build the right brand and you're able to do the right marketing, I think there's nothing to stop you. You don't need a physical shop anymore. If you take Blue Stone, Carrot Lane or some other big players in the e-commerce side, they're selling like small rings, earrings, and that's what they're focusing on. So they started big time only online. Now they created experience centers, shows the need for experience centers more than jewelry shops, right? So that's one part. And then when you came down to anyone can sell jewelry, yes, anyone can sell jewelry. That's why we are here. We have such a big industry here, we have such a big exhibition here, there are so many manufacturers. Selling jewelry is not the same as manufacturing jewelry, it's more of a trade, right? So here, if a person is able to find the right manufacturer, able to find the right trustable source of jewelry, it's not so difficult. And what they need to give back to clients is the no compromise in quality, no compromise in designs as well, so in purity as well. So today there's so much, like they said, information spread. It's not so difficult to find out the purity of gold. Not getting into diamonds, I'm talking about gold specifically.
Your neighbor is the person who will help all the retailers to find impurities in gold.
So with machinery like this, I want to say HUID is your final benchmark for purity. I think you need this sort of machinery. We ourselves, HUID jewelry, you check on the machine, the story is totally different, right? So giving that sort of knowledge to people, how to understand what quality means, how to understand what purity means is very crucial. So when someone has the skill to find out what quality means, what branding means, and how to find the right manufacturer, I think that kind of solves the game for them.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much. We started with AI in manufacturing. We are moving
sorry, I just wanted to add on one small thing. The last part is getting the designs itself. So you need to have the right platform to express those designs. So being a master in cataloging, being a master in getting the production done, they're all things which the seller needs to be ready to do. So it's all about education over there.
Absolutely. So we started with AI in manufacturing, we move on to AI in consumer, and then we move on to AI in the industry, and then lastly we move on to AI in machinery. What should the jewelry retailer have in terms of machinery which is AI integrated? So we move in circles like this. JP, can you tell us about what is augmented reality? You know, how can a customer come and try on thousands of designs?
Definitely. So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Informa and the New Jeweler, for having such a kind of a panel discussion, that too specifically on technology, where this particular industry really is not kind of adapted to new kind of technology, and this is really appreciable, and big round of applause to for this. So let's start with basically how consumers behave, right? So let's look at how the behavioral psychology, and there is something called as endowment effect. And there is a research in which what they have found is when we give a product to a customer and allow them to wear the product, they feel the sense of ownership, right? And that is what happening in the retail, where we are allowed to try, wear, experience a particular product, right? And now let's take this into jewelry, where it is much more sentimental, emotional. The purchase is a little more emotional, and the purchase decision most of the time happens in front of the mirror, right? And if the purchase happens in front of the mirror, that is where the augmented reality technology comes into picture. It is a transforming technology where this mirror can help transform into digital mirror. And that is the name why we have it as mirror.
That's excellent. It's a mirror.
It's a mirror,
Yeah.
right? And we have built a product which is virtual try-on, where we empower customers to try products virtually on them, digitally. So this liberates the physical need for anybody to be present inside the store to have that emotional bonding, which is much more disruptive. So that is where this virtual try-on technology comes into picture, number one. And number two, I would like to introduce a new concept of retail, which I call it as digital pop store. Where we, in the last panel, we just heard about where a lot of investment is required for setting up a physical store. So you need crores of money to be invested to have a physical store. What if I say that we could create those experiences without having to invest such a kind of large investment, having a digital mirror, smart mirror, in places where you have higher footfalls, say in malls and say like luxury hotels or airports and even marriage halls. So which is something which we haven't thought about, or any other event, right? So these are places where we never thought about it so far. And these kind of tech can empower the retailer to go places and into rural as well, not just limiting them to standard.
So this will be installed within the retailer's shop also?
Can be installed within the, can
So
be.
if he has 25 designs in stock, he can probably give 250 designs.
Exactly. So you multiply the design or limit the designs based on your brand
So
requirement.
how does AI play a part in this?
So AI is the fundamental part of it, where it understands the human posture, right? So it understands the entire facial, the body, and everything. So that is where this virtual try-on technology comes along with AI, where like right now we have been talking about AI. So we have been in this for the last 8 years, where AI has not been a buzzword. Right? So we have built such a kind of technology right from 8 years back. And two things I would like to add more. where commonly, like when we look at the shopping experiences right now within the store, okay, where what happens is the decision making happens slightly differently, right? Where now customers want to consult their parents. If they're in, they can come see the design, but they would have the decision making to happen from their parents. This is one point. And number two is where we have parents shopping for their children. And sometimes like the customer might be remotely be present. All these cases where decision happens remotely or slightly offside of the store.
Satisfying all the...
Right. So what happens here is we have done a groundbreaking innovation over here. We call it as Mirror Live.
Mirror Live.
Live.
Okay.
And what it does is, in regular video calling, what is happening is, you can still do the same. You can pick up, get into WhatsApp, and you can show the designs. How would a customer relate? This is a product that I've seen 5 minutes before, and we know that the attention span is very less, not more than 20 seconds. Right? So there is a huge disconnect in the regular video calling that we do. Right? And what we have done is, we have built a platform where we empower sellers to connect their catalog digitally and send whatever they are showing to the customer in the video and send it as a product card. The customers can receive digitally the same product. And
The speed as well as...
speed. And we empower them with try-on inside it. So
It's an all-in-one.
all-in-one. Like, so this is what you are doing within the store. So now you are able to do it remotely. So either we cut short the decision time, combining everybody in the single place.
Absolutely. And even the cost probably might go down.
Go down, yeah. And
Absolutely. Yes.
so one more point to conclude. Like, so now we know that younger generations are going to define everything, right? We have something called metaverse as a different layer.
Okay.
Why would a store be bound within 4 walls? Have you ever asked that question?
Right. We will come back to you on that. Vineet, meanwhile, see, AI is the buzzword. AI is happening. Let us accept AI. AI is the reality now. AI is the reality now. How's it?
So the way I see it is, if you, I don't know if some of you felt it in the audience as well, but in the last few years, every nook and cranny of the internet, there's a new jewelry brand coming up. Have you felt this? Like since COVID, D2C brands everywhere. You know, my friends are starting, their moms are starting, their uncles are starting, everyone's starting a jewelry brand. And what that means is you need some way to differentiate. So I had some slides that I could just quickly talk about. The funding, VC funding for jewelry brands used to be, $20-30 million a year. In the last 3 years, it's been over $100 million every year. So there's a lot of capital flowing into jewelry branding. What that shows is that there's just infinite competition at the retail level. Okay, there's going to be flooded with designs, and design as a moat that we are talking about, as it stands, is not enough. In its current capacity. You have to go far beyond that. You have to really think radically. So we saw a lot of people, talking about radical ideas, and somehow, if you go to enough of these panels, you hear the same ideas again and again and again. We're talking about natural lab grown maybe for the millionth time, and that's where we're stuck as an industry. If you really think about it, I'm convinced that most of these people have not talked to Gen Zs. being part of that audience, I'll tell you, okay, what is unique about Gen Z? What do we think differently about? We are probably the fittest generation in India so far, okay? We've spent so much time, there's a whole generation of gym rats. Right. How is the jewelry industry catering to jewelry you can wear at the gym? Okay, that's innovation. That's you talk to Gen Zs, they're going to the gym every day. They don't have a piece of jewelry to wear at the gym.
That's what has done now. They've come out with diamond jewelry for men.
not just men, even women. So a lot of people now wear aura rings. I don't know if you've seen them. So now there's a few companies who are creating matching jewelry bands that can be paired with the aura rings. You see the Whoop, like a lot of people are wearing these Whoops. These straps are changeable. How many jewelry companies have you seen kind of try into that? So what I'm saying is that with infinite competition, you need infinite innovation, and we don't have that. And AI is unlocking that capability. AI is unlocking us to go from kind of pulling ourselves outside the box and thinking that there's this unlimited opportunity. You think about technology is kind of how interweaving into the whole process of making the purchase, okay? A lot of people talk about touch and feel sale versus online sale. I know there was a question regarding that. My answer to that is every sale is a tech-driven sale today. You see an ad on Instagram, you go and browse on the website, then you come into the store and that material is grown in a machine. Everything is embedded into tech. When you say look and feel, what you're really going for is the customer wants to experience the product a bit more viscerally. Touch and feel is ultimately a way of saying customer doesn't know what they want and you need to kind of communicate the product better to them. And that's where I think AI can play a role. So let me give you like a practical example. Most of the jewelry here is probably wedding jewelry. You agree with that? As a person who's buying jewelry for my wedding, what do you think is like the primary consideration? Any ideas?
Family buying jewelry for wedding.
Yeah. And let's say the bride is...
You have a budget, you go with the budget, and then you see the kind of jewelry that is in your mind or your family.
But that's not it, right? Because if you've ever witnessed a jewelry buying process practically, you see the gymnastics involved in pairing it with the lehenga that I'm going to wear for that particular day.
True.
There's all of that.
That's exactly what we are going to speak tomorrow. Costume designing. Designer...
But as a jeweler, you need to say, look, give me an image of your lehenga and using AI, I'll find which jewelry will go best with that. That's the service that I'm anticipating as a customer. Like that's...
Are we close to that?
We are already there. I think with AI, that's something we can practically, physically solve today.
Absolutely. That's a food for thought for the jewelry retailers,
So my answer is that I think a lot of people want to do more with AI. A lot of people have, but we are kind of recycling the same ideas. When was the last time you spoke to a jewelry retailer, you were wowed by something new they were doing? Absolutely. All of these things are possible today, and there's a niche segment of people who are working on it. I think we need to work. Earlier, I was kind of sitting on a press briefing for what is the role of this conference and what is the role. And kind of the tagline everywhere is this is the largest B2B jewelry symposium in the South, whatever. I think the role of this conference and the role of the symposium goes a lot beyond just buying. I think it's the sharing of ideas, of real innovative ideas that you can do to actually grow your business and not do the same thing that every other 300 exhibitors are doing every year.
Absolutely.
So
change that perspective.
I think that's the role of AI.
That's exactly right. Ladies and gentlemen, before we come to AI in machinery, can we have the video of Fisher measurements, please? So we are live on YouTube, and we will be getting questions from our audience on YouTube. Can somebody give the number of viewers that we have presently on YouTube? how come a machine of this kind be useful to the jewelry retailer in terms of enhancing his business or revenue? I mean, this is a miracle for him. Can you please?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for inviting me for this very interesting panel discussion. Now, regarding the technology, as we all know, technology is very important for building the trust as well as the profitability for a jewelry retail industry. See, with this kind of technology, what you are able to do is provide an immediate analysis of the jewelry of the customer. Like before his eyes, you are able to show him what is the purity of the jewelry if you are taking a buyback of the old jewelry. And this brings a lot of trust, transparency and credibility for the retail jewelry customer. Yeah, because the customer can themselves see now the value or the purity of their jewelry. In the traditional way, we used to have this touchstone where you could rub it and just tell some value to the customer. There is no basically kind of traceability or kind of a customer could not see anything. Yeah. But here you are building the trust, transparency and the digitization, and there is a traceability also which is there. Down the line, 6 months, 1 year also, the customer comes and asks what was my result, you could trace back and show him what that was. That is one from the building the trust and transparency for the customer. The second aspect is for the retailer itself, for their profitability. Yeah, because you see, as you know, there's a huge amount of old jewelry which is coming in the market. Because of the gold prices going up, nobody is able to afford now to buy full jewelry without giving a buyback. There's a huge, I don't know about the statistics, but I think roughly around 40 to 50% jewelry buying is happening with the buyback of the old jewelry. So when you are buying as a jeweler, the old jewelry, so you need to have a tool or an instrument which is very accurate, precise and non-destructive in nature. Yeah. So this is very important, otherwise what will happen if there are some inaccuracies during this measurement itself, you will end up in a loss at the end of the day. Yeah. And now the retail showrooms, they are spreading across India. They are building in all the cities. So this tool, if you have in place, it builds a kind of a, what you call quality control in the process, operational process. So immediately you are able to give results to the customers. You are able to save a lot of time for the customer. See, traditional way was there, you melt it, do all those things, and then there's a lot of time involved. In Gen Z, they don't have time. Yeah? They are in the store, they want to finish up the job within, say, 10-20 minutes or maximum half an hour.
So what was it that was happening earlier that the machine will now overcome? What were those challenges that the jewelry retailer was facing earlier? That with this machine it has overcome.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Say earlier they had to be dependent on a third-party surveyor to give that kind of what you call the purity analysis. Either they need to have somebody in-house who is competent enough to do that, because even in the touchstone, it's not very easy actually. You know, you need a very skilled person to give you the value, and that value itself varies. Minimum 4%. Like when they make with this the acid test, they see it with the streak of gold, the color which you see on that. The difference between the two colors is 4%. And nobody, with the gold price is so high, you have to be accurate enough. So you cannot use those traditional methods. And that's why you have to go for very accurate methods, which gives a value for money to the customer, as well as also you don't end up in a loss.
Absolutely.
Plus what happens is with these instruments, as they're digital in nature, that you see all the digital in front of the customer, traceability of the results is there. And in this machine, for example, which you see right now, what we have done is we have built in a data management also in the system itself. That means you can enter the details of the customer and all the purchases, what the customer has done over the years can be retrieved back.
Entire data is captured.
Exactly. Earlier what used to do, the jeweler used to do that, they used to first do the weighing on the weighing scale, they will note it down somewhere on the paper, then they will calculate, okay, what is, they do the melting, do the purity analysis, they will calculate manually. So a lot of errors could be possible because of manual error. What we have done in this machine is like, you can connect a weighing scale directly to the instrument. On top you have a facility where you can actually input the price of the gold of the day. That means whatever price of the gold, you can enter that. weighing scale is connected. So first you keep your jewelry on the weighing scale. It takes that weight information, and after the purity analysis, it automatically calculates you what is the value of the gold which has to be given.
Absolutely.
Further, this machine can be again connected to the POS system of the customer in the IT system. The data gets automatically transferred, and during the billing itself, you can give him the value of the gold, and so no manual errors are involved.
Lovely, and it's 100% foolproof.
Foolproof, yes.
Absolutely. Before we come into the machine once again, I would like to come to Rishabh. Rishabh, the concept, the look and feel concept, you are actually, with your product, with your service, you are thwarting of the look and feel concept and asking them to come online. You buy online. My products are online. My designs can be done online. How do you think this will transform the sector, especially when the retail chains are growing, the physical chains are growing? The retailers are still to come out of the look and feel factor and get into E. How is it possible?
Okay, so here I want to go back to what my father, grandfather and their experiences were in jewelry. So we've been in the jewelry line for 100 years now.
Yeah.
We used to be in wholesale as well. So what they used to tell me was, dude, 20, 30 years back, there was nothing called display of stock. People used to come, we used to make catalogs by Xeroxing
Absolutely.
jewelry.
Now it has changed.
Now it has changed.
It has changed.
They brought something.
But what about the consumer?
Correct, I'm coming to that.
Yeah.
So now people brought in something called money, and they said, you know what, touch and feel is what you need.
Absolutely.
So I believe touch and feel, like what they were saying, is something that was created by the industry, if you ask me. Touch and feel is not really necessary when you are going for jewelry, because at least when I see my fellow panelists, he's making a vision where you know exactly how the jewel looks on you by just holding a camera. We've actually worked a while before this as well. So, and if you go down to Ditech, he's working on creating the experience with the jewelry. You just upload a picture, you're going to get it in how it looks like in sun, how it looks like in moon, whatever it is. But when you go down to Indian jewelry, when you go down to antique jewelry and all of these things, AI is still not powerful enough to make manufacturable designs. My customers come in
I would
with...
like to interrupt you there. Vinit, there is a company in US which makes wedding rings through robo. So just to continue this statement, Vinit, what is your opinion on that? That we are not yet ready to manufacture AI designs, is it right?
I'm not talking about casting and diamond jewelry. I'm not talking about casting and diamond jewelry. I'm talking about Indian handmade jewelry.
Handmade.
You go down here, you're going to Daish, they make Dai Haram, they're making Nakas Haram, Nakshi work.
Correct.
I have had multiple customers walk into my store, multiple wholesalers with some AI generated image and showing me, can you make this, my customer wants it. I'm like, dude, these guys don't exist. These carigans don't
Absolutely
exist.
right, yeah.
If you give me a casting design with his AI tool, we can get the 3DM file, the STL file on spot and produce it. No difficulty in that. When we go down to the mass Indian jewelry we're talking about, which is probably, which is definitely 80% of what jewelry is all about in India.
Right.
AI has not yet been able to do that. That is where the design banks of manufacturers and the design banks that retailers have been building on for a long time is still of very, very good value. So he was talking about creating a store, an experience center, right, and this thing. So in Coimbatore, we have started under my retail brand, we have DAR Jewellery. We started 7 stores in Coimbatore and Bangalore, in 3 tier towns and in Bangalore city, but we have 0 stock there. We are creating a 1,000 square feet store. We have jewelry in the form of prototypes, 3D prints, and catalogs, and a virtual mirror sitting there. The customer comes, I have about 30,000 wedding harams and 30,000 necklaces. The customer is like, next, everything falls on them. We even have 3D.
So is this concept successful in B-class, the small?
Fantastic. Because now if a 3 tier town person wants to buy jewelry of their design concept, they have to go to Coimbatore, they have to go to Salem or Bangalore.
Here in one place they get the...
But here in one place, they need not compromise in design, they need not travel, and when you're going into a lean investment model. Today, if you want to borrow 1 kg of gold from the bank, you're paying 1 lakh as interest per month. So if you want, like I think in the previous talk, we were talking about capital, right? Hell, capital is, there's no capital, there's very limited capital. Today, the exhibition itself shows that the capital has reduced in terms of jewelry. So capital is expensive. Let me not say it's reduced, it's expensive. So in that way, creating this lean style is very important. And when you do that, you can even work on much better pricing because your expenses are reducing a lot and you can definitely give a customer a good benefit.
So here anybody can become a jeweler?
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's what AI is getting us into. Anybody can become a manufacturer. Anybody can become a jeweler.
Correct.
Good.
And just last point, yeah. So here, I think regional jewelers who we are talking about trust, right? They have that goodwill. Goodwill is the most expensive thing to have today. Branding is not cheap. When you all talk about branding, you want to run an Instagram ad, you're spending 5-6 lakhs, you don't know who's seeing it, what is going to come out of it. So if jewelers are able to use their branding, their goodwill, and actually bring their customers and train their customers saying, you know what, don't come to the store, sit at home, buy online, because they themselves are not able to increase their inventory, right? So in that way, they can definitely sustain with their customers. We as wholesalers and software developers, we are able to give websites and the experience to, I've given almost 300 websites already, and in these 300 websites I've given stock worth of 200 kilos of gold, and diamonds another 600 carats, silver totems. All of this in the form of designs I'm giving to my clients and saying, you know what, try and sell these products. I'll be a manufacturer. That's exactly what we are doing here. We are creating an ecosystem where investment is not something you need to start selling jewelry.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you so much. Vineet, would you want to add on that before we come to Mirror and play the video of Mirror? Can we, what is happening? You know, he says that nobody needs to have a shop. He says that nobody needs to have stock. He needs that nobody needs to have capital, but I'm a jeweler and I'm selling crores worth of jewelry. What is this?
So, I mean, no disrespect, but I disagree on some of the points. I think in my question earlier also, I think when people say there's no capital, it's typically because they're reinvesting all of that into more and more inventory. Chandu bhai said, now you need more variety, so there's more inventory. The quality of the gold is decreasing, but you're keeping the kgs of gold the same, so you're essentially all of it is increase of inventory. I think when it comes to no stock, my argument would be take out that excess capital and put it into branding and things like that. I wouldn't go so far as to say that you don't need any stock. You need stock, but don't reinvest your capital into just keep on increasing the stock, because typically the returns that you get on that, as you add more inventory, the cost of capital goes up, but the returns are not proportional to that. So I don't think anyone can be a jeweler. I don't think anyone can be a jewelry manufacturer. In fact, I think what AI is doing is empowering the people who can do it to do it much faster. Similar to how AI is enabling lawyers to be more productive, I don't think anyone can be a lawyer. I think it's commoditizing knowledge, not execution, and that's equally important in the space of jewelry. So I think what all of these things lead to is you need to allow the customer to kind of make that leap from their idea or the want to the purchase. Allow the customer to make the leap from the want to buy something to the purchase. There's a certain degree of impatience where if they see something, they want to buy it immediately, and so that impatience, you want to cater to that, and not having any stock prohibits you from doing that. You can't even buy a car online today. Like you could try, but like you want to go to a store. So when you're making a 30-40 lakh purchase, similar purchase, you want to. So I think it's a combination of all of that. Technology is an enabler to make you a lot more efficient, a lot more productive. I don't think it's replacing people who've been doing it for many generations. I think those guys need to reallocate capital and resources more effectively. That's all.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Can we play the video of Mirar, please, till we get back to JP? Sorry to have interrupted you earlier, JP, because that was the next section of the answer that you were beginning with. That's why I said we'll take it later, after the video.
Mirar delivers immersive digital customer experiences. One platform for every experience. No studio AI transforms your product images into stunning, catalog-ready visuals in seconds. AI-powered product photography with no models, no shoots, and no delays. Seamlessly connected to your e-commerce to streamline your work. Mirar e-commerce powers the future of jewelry commerce. Sell online and scale effortlessly. Mirar Try-On is our flagship experience. Let customers try before they buy. Mirar Kiosk works seamlessly in-store and beyond. In-store, place it on your counter to showcase your catalog. Let customers try, capture their look, and make instant decisions. When not in use, it acts as digital signage, highlighting offers and new collections. Beyond the store, introducing the digital pop store. Open more locations without heavy investment. Mirar Live recreates the in-store jewelry experience over video with live virtual try-on. Engage powers your business with the WhatsApp API for automated engagement, higher conversions, and stronger customer relationships. Mirar Metaverse creates a fully walkable digital showroom. Showcase your latest designs in an immersive space. Let buyers explore, engage, and discover from anywhere in the world. The opportunity is now. Lead with Mirar.
Lovely, JP. What about data? Data is, you have artificial intelligence, you have machinery, you have machine tools, but the data has to be collected somewhere. And how expensive does it make the technology? Because data could be huge. So what's your opinion on your product?
So data has become very, very important right now. So primarily the customer behavior is changing day by day. So that is what we have been talking about. Even Vinith had just told, like the Gen Zs, that we need to understand them, right? So how do we understand them first? So earlier the sales happened from a salesperson who understands that particular customer, their family choices, the occasions that they shop for, what are the previous purchases that they did. So similarly, there could be other parameters that could have been there. Where over here, the change had happened, which is not just only in store. So now discovery is happening everywhere, where it could be Instagram, it could be e-commerce, it could be WhatsApp, it could be a video shopping that we have been talking about, or it could be in different mediums of digital choices. So the data that we are speaking about is spread across different touch points or experiences, number one. And what is happening here when we deeply look at in the retail, even in the last panel discussion, Mr. Ashish clearly told, where we are not able to collate the information together. What exactly that is happening inside a retail store. So that is completely fragmented right now. So that is where kind of Mirar technology comes into picture, where whatever the customers are trying in store
Yeah.
could also be tracked. So consider like technologies like RFID. Say we have a RFID tray.
Nice, yeah.
You place the product there, and then we also do customer estimate generation before they actually buy. So these are different signals that we are getting. So one, what is the customer that they are looking at, the product level. It could be at a collection level, and the data could be from the customer persona.
Right, right.
And these are data signals that we are getting from different channels.
So is the data stored on cloud or how is it?
Yes, the data should be stored on cloud, and it must be accessible to the management at any point in time.
Right.
So where customer dashboards are critical for us to make decisions. That is where technology like AI comes into picture, where it can act on the data and gets the clear signal from different channels.
So in your case, you can actually identify the consumer, the kind of jewelry that she has worn, and then image her into the preferences that she
Preferences choices. So now the question changes from what is being sold to what is the customer interest is, where the clear intent is to understand the customer. So that is where I spoke about the customer behavior.
The offerings are targeted.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So there are different types of tools that the company should use. One primarily a CRM, then WhatsApp automation, then AI-enabled dashboards.
Right.
So these are primary things, and always having the data on the cloud is going to be super critical. Keeping it in-house is no more a valid option. We can have spin out a private cloud and then have our data secured on the cloud.
Absolutely, yes. Thank you very much. Rakesh ji, we have a number of jewelry retailers on YouTube watching us right now. What will you tell them about your latest machine, the ST, the upgraded version? What can you tell them? And do you want to reveal the price of the machine today here for those jewelry retailers who are watching us live? Because there has been a request, that's what she came and told me, that what would be the price of, the ST upgraded machine that you have, if you want to.
So the latest, what we have brought with this machine, as I mentioned, there has always been a requirement for a very precise and accurate instrument. And the second request which we have been getting from our customers, because the retail space is getting very costly, they wanted a compact space, because the earlier models which we have, or which we already also have, used to have a machine and then you have a computer and a monitor separately integrated, connected together. Naturally, this was taking more space in the area. So with the small stores getting smaller and smaller, the retail space becomes very premium, and it was always a request that we need a machine with a smaller footprint. And that's the answer with this GoldScope 300 which we have brought in, because you have an inbuilt PC inside with a touchscreen display. It takes a very less space, retail space.
You can directly take a printout.
Yes, exactly, and you can directly connect it with, as I mentioned, to the weighing scale, as well as connect to a printer directly. So it's a one-stop solution there what you get, and you can do the data management. When we're talking about the data, as I said, you can put the data of the customer with his name, mobile number, and as I mentioned, you put the price of the day, where the scale, from the weighing scale it takes the weight measurement, and then a printout directly comes with the value of the jewelry which the customer wants to sell. Plus, it can be connected to in the network where the data can transfer directly from this one machine to the IT system of the customer. Yeah. So one machine which integrates all of these things together, and the best part of this machine is that whenever we have a challenge in the XRF, for example, there is inside, we call it an XRF tube actually, which generates this XRF, and then this electrofluorescence works. So when you bring down the size of the instrument, you cut down on the, the wattage of the tube.
Right.
Generally these machines what we have right now, it comes with a 50 watt tube. The smaller machines generally come with 4 vacuum. That means you are compromising on the power of the instrument. So to compensate for that, generally you need to have a bigger collimator. Collimator is basically the size on which the X-ray falls on your sample.
Right.
So with a bigger size, you are not able to measure on a very small or integrate jewelry.
Correct.
When the jewelry designs are there are very small areas you need to measure. So because you have a bigger collimator, the X-ray will fall on a larger area. So you can't measure on a specific point. Whereas this beauty of this machine is that we have kept the same specs of the higher end machine which we had, 50 vacuum with a 0.6 collimator, which is the most widely used collimator in the industry. So you are getting in the compact machine all the features of what you used to get in a higher end machine. Plus the integration of all those, data and everything put together in this machine.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You don't want to reveal the price.
So price, we are very competitive and we are trying to work further on that one, and rest assured, it is better, we have brought down the prices much lower as compared to what we used to be earlier.
So for all the YouTube viewers, get into Fisher measurements and try to look out for a price on your own, otherwise call the team.
We are always available there across India, and just give us a call, we will be there to help you out.
Perfectly all right.
Thank
Before
you,
we request, we need to summarize the discussion on AI and a little bit on the future. We would like to have the video of JD. J pencil, please. Thank you very much. Congratulations. That was J pencil for you. Vineet, this is with respect to India, an India perspective, with technologists like Mirar as well as J pencil coming into the industry. How fast, or what is the future looking like here, with experts?
So I think as far as retailers go, there are some early adopters who are already probably adopting 80-90% of the technologies that we have coming out. But I think there's a big chunk of, I think most people here would agree that there's a lot of people who are always skeptical, who want the technology to be tried and tested, and for everyone to use it before they use it. I think what I mentioned at the very start about competition increasing is that this is the easiest way to differentiate today, because you can get exponential returns from technology compared to your competitors. I think the key innovations that we're seeing in the future is going to be more self-contained retail units. I think right now a lot of retailers still rely on manufacturers to do the heavy work on designing. I think down the line we'll get to a point where a retailer can custom design something for their customer, 3D print it, cast it, and do it all in the same workshop, and so there's going to be a lot of smaller studios, and for that to happen you can be like truly vertically integrated as a self-contained unit. The way AI is enabling this is there's an unprecedented capability to work with unstructured inputs and outputs. So vague customer descriptions, sketches, photos, all of that is now indexable, searchable. You can generate new ones, generate videos at great fidelity, I think that gap is being compressed so quickly. So you saw some with the photo shoots, some with new design generation. So all of these applications are now possible, including all the way to generating the actual CAD models that you can then 3D print and cast. So I think what we can now do is one person, one employee at the retail shop can wear many hats. The salesperson can also take part responsibility of the designer, especially if they're well trained to do so. The designer can also take part responsibility of the manufacturer, and they can kind of link all of these together. So I think we're going to see a rise of generalists in that sense, and I think that's a very exciting future because everyone will be able to do like a lot more individually.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was Vineet, Jogani, Rakesh Ban, Jay Prakash and Rishabh Aryan, our young technologists in the country who are really participating in the evolution of jewelry retail. A big hand, ladies and gentlemen, to our esteemed speakers. Thank you very much for taking out the time and being here. This is just the beginning for Informa markets as well as the new jeweler. This is the beginning of a larger jewelry retail symposium that we will envisage year after year. Thank you very much, Pankaj ji. Thanks to you for having put up this symposium for the first time in the country. Thank you very much. Can we have the memento appreciation, please?
Thank you so much. A big round of applause to our moderator and a big round of applause to all our panelists for joining us with us here and sharing their experience, expertise and the knowledge with us. Now moving ahead, of course, we would like to thank them and we would like to hand over a memento. So I'm going to be requesting Mr. Aditya Bhatt from the New Jeweller Group to please join on stage and hand over a memento to Mr. Vineet. Can we all put our hands together as we do the honors? Mr. Jose George from DHC Gen Lab CEO to hand over memento to Mr. JP. Let's put our hands together, everybody, as we're going to hand over the memento. So this is our last panel discussion for today. Going forward, we'll be starting with awards to take away this prestigious award tonight. So thank you so much all our lovely guests once again for joining in. Please be seated, enjoy yourself. Another 2 to 3 minutes and we are good to start. It's a lifetime want of somebody to come on stage, take this award gracefully, and we as organizers are giving this opportunity to our winners out here, to the entire Jewellery Federation. So it's a proud moment for us, and I'm sure it's going to be a proud moment for all our winners who's going to be walking on stage. To speak few words about this evening, Ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished guests, our industry leaders, and our members of the jewelry fraternity, we would like to welcome you all to the grand evening at HJF 2026 as we proudly present the Power of Young Awards and the Legend of the South Awards by Informa Markets in association with Hyderabad Jewelry Manufacturers Association, and our knowledge partner is Art of Jewelry. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we celebrate the young visionaries shaping the future of the jewelry industry and the legendary icons whose legacy continues to inspire all of us. From innovation to heritage, from fresh ideas to timeless excellence, the evening is a celebration of passion, entrepreneurship, and of course, the achievement. So ladies and gentlemen, let us honor the achievers, celebrate the legends, and applaud the brilliance of the jewelry fraternity with a huge round of applause, everybody. To begin with, we're going to be starting this evening by a welcome address, which is going to be given by Mr. Yogesh Mudras, who's the Managing Director from Informa Markets India. Can we all put our hands together and welcome him? He's going to tell us more about the awards, how we selected, what went behind the hard work.
So very good evening, everyone, all the dignitaries of the industry, all our young talent of our industry, and of course our inspiring seniors of the industry. Thank you so much for joining here, and a warm welcome to our chief guest, Prachi Shah. We know her as a very wonderful actress and a celebrity from the film industry. Thank you. But we don't know her special skills. I just got to know today that she's also a World Book of Guinness record holder for her Kathak dancing. So thank you. It's a great honor to have you here also on this very auspicious platform. So today is, as you all know, this is a very special initiative we started a few years back. It's of course partnering with AJMA, our founding association partner, and curated with Art of Jewelry, Somesh ji. And this is about the power of young. This is for we accolade the talent of our industry from across India, the young talent who is going to take our industry ahead, who know how this industry is going to move, in what direction. They are from this generation, they are doing some fabulous job, and we want to definitely recognize this talent so that they feel inspired to take this industry ahead in the new phase of growth that we are going to see in this coming decade and two as we move ahead. Also at the same time, we are also recognizing our inspiration, our legends of South who have really inspired us over the years, who have created the foundation of this industry and created a base for this new young talent to take it to the next level altogether. So I think this is a very good confluence of what we started a few years back, inspiring the new generation with the legends, and also the new generation is going to take us ahead. So I'm sure this will also build on year, where we can keep on recognizing this, taking this initiative. Also, we all have two special recognition for two special dignitaries from our industry. We'll unfold it as we speak over the next part of the evening. And as you all know, I think, let me just talk about this event that you are here for. So this is 18th edition of HJF, and finally, I said since morning, I think this is finally our event. HJF has turned into an adult now. It was young baby, and over the years now, 18 is it's entered its adulthood, and over the years, I think this show has been one of the most premier shows in South India. And this year, it's the largest ever edition we are putting with over 350 exhibitors from across our country. A lot of new stuff we have added this year. Especially, I would say, for the first time we have the Jewellery Bazaar Pavilion set up, we have the Silver Pavilion, we have the Machinery Pavilion. The biggest being the Symposium that we put, where we had 2 sessions already, the stalwarts of our industry coming and speaking about the future. It's more on the retail part of the jewelry industry, and it continues again tomorrow. So lots happening on the show floor, so if you get time, if you have missed it today, please, I don't know whether the snippet, the video is ready. Have you got the video ready for the day one? I'd love to see maybe across the evening, if we can get the video ready, we could show the snippet for some of you who haven't come up, how the event unfolded today. But definitely, I think I would request you all, if you are here, please come take time out. Some exclusive designs are on showcase, and these designs are going to be taking the market by storm in this coming wedding and festive season. But again, coming to this evening, I think this is all about appreciation and of this industry. So enjoy this evening, and please cheer for each and every winner. The winner will definitely feel inspired and take our industry ahead in this next decade and two as we speak. So enjoy the evening, and thank you for all the stalwarts of the industry who joined us for this evening. Enjoy this evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yogesh, for telling us more about this evening. And I'm sure everybody is very, very excited. Are you? No noise, yeah. Come on, this is a celebration evening, so it has to be more energy in the house. Are you all excited? I'm sure our winners are definitely more excited because obviously it's a dream for somebody to receive an award, and tonight we're making this possible for them. So ladies and gentlemen, moving ahead now, I'm going to be inviting on stage once again Miss Pallavi Mehra. She's our Senior Group Director from Informa Markets India. Along with her, I request Mr. Sumesh Vadhera, Managing Director, AOJ, to please join on stage to address the gathering, speak few words about this evening.
That's okay. Thanks, Priyanka, once again. Good evening, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, friends from media, our awardees today. I have written a script, but most of it my boss has already covered. But still, I'll go through what I have prepared. So here we are once again with SGF and HAJMA are proud to present the 5th edition of Power of Young and Legends of South Award in association with Art of Jewellery, our knowledge partners. Together we celebrate the dynamism of emerging enterprises, entrepreneurs, and the timeless wisdom of legendary industry stalwarts from South India. These awards are our tribute to the visionaries who have shaped the jewelry industry over the generations, while also recognizing the next generation that is redefining design, retail, craftsmanship, and innovation. As SGF continues to grow as one of the South India's most influential B2B jewelry platform, bringing together over 300 exhibitors and thousands of trade buyers, Power of Young and Legends of South stands as a celebration of legacy, leadership, and future of the excellence. And now I would like to invite Sumesh Bhai to share the selection process followed by AOG in identifying and ordering the distinguished names we recognize here today. Sumesh Bhai, over to you.
All right, so very good evening and a very warm welcome to our chief guest. First of all, Prachiji, thank you very much, Prachiji, for being here. Big round of applause all the way from Bombay coming. Your presence means a lot to us. And Yogesh and Palviji has covered most of the thing. And we have to also acknowledge Mahendra Bhai and Mukesh ji, because without their support, this award would not have been possible. And advance congratulations to all the award winners. Just to add that this is our 5th edition. For Art of Jewellery, it has been a pleasure, been an honor to work with Informa Markets. Informa Markets, people who don't know, is the world's largest B2B exhibition organizer and conference company, listed on the London Stock Exchange, I think with more than probably 10,000 employees worldwide or even more. And what I like about them is they do things in a very professional manner. They do things in a very passionate manner and a very professional approach. So it's great to join hands again with you for this awards. And the response has been overwhelming. So we have a jury process. We get nominations first online. And for Power of Young, we had nominations from across India, right from Bombay, from Chhattisgarh, Calcutta, down south, Bangalore, Cochin, Hyderabad. And we have finally selected 8 winners through our jury who will be awarded today. And Legends of the South is basically not by nomination, it is by invitation for the work. We are very senior people in the industry who have been working and taking this business forward. I think it is very important to recognize their efforts and what they have done for our industry over a period of years. And as Yogesh ji mentioned, we have 2 special Felicitation awards also today. So without taking any much of your time, we would like to take this award function forward. I'll invite
think we
Priyanka.
invite
Please
Priyanka
come
back
forward, Priyanka.
on the dais.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Pallavi. Thank you so much, sir, for joining on stage, Mr. Sumesh. Also, we'd like to call on stage the one who's been supporting us. So please put your hands together for Mr. Mahendra Tayal, President Hajma, requesting to join on stage and please add few words this evening.
A very warm welcome to all my industry friends. I have nothing to say because everything Yogesh Bhai, Pallavi and Sumesh has covered. I'm just looking forward to see all the winners to come on the dais and take the trophies. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Prachi ji, thank you for accepting our invitation and coming as a guest over here. Thanks.
All right, everybody, and the most awaited moment before we start this evening. It's our honor to have with us our celebrity guest to speak few words about her. Please welcome the graceful, multi-talented Prachi Shah, sound actress, accomplished Kathak dancer, a celebrated personality known for her remarkable contribution to Indian television, cinema and classical arts. She was also a beloved part of the iconic television show. I'm sure most of you must have watched this, Kyunki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi. And not just that, she has become a household emotion for millions across India. With her elegance, charm and inspiring journey, she continues to win hearts everywhere she goes. So please put your hands together. Let's give a round of one for our celebrity guest present over here with us today. Please welcome Prachi Shah Pandey, everybody. I also request Mr. Yogesh to please join on stage. Come on, everybody, let's put our hands together. Let's give a huge, huge round of applause. And ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over. I'm sure our young achievers are waiting to walk on stage, meet our celebrity. And but before that, we would also like to felicitate our celebrity guest with us here. Thank you so much, ma'am, for accepting our invitation, joining with us today.
I would request Mukesh ji also to join on the stage, our convener of the show.
Let's put our hands together for Mr. Mukesh joining on stage. And here's a moment. We would like to thank her for joining with us today at the Jewellery Retail Symposium 2026 at Hyderabad. It's a proud moment for all of us, and I'm sure it's going to be absolutely lovely for our achievers to take away this prestigious award from the hands of our celebrity artist, our guest who's present with us today. I'm sure we all would be really excited to hear Miss Prachi, so I'm going to be requesting her if she would like to address the gathering, speak few words.
I think I need not say too much, but congratulations to all the participants and all the winners. I think just being a creative artist itself is a blessing. So I'm sure everybody who's an artist, everybody who's winning here, and everybody who's participated in primarily a jewelry designer itself is a blessing, because I think when you create something, you are definitely someone special. And I have truly been blessed to be an artist, so thank you, God, and thank you to my parents, and thank you so much for inviting me for this very, very auspicious, prestigious, creative evening. So I'm not going to take too much of your time. I'm just going to say one thing that I believe in. Whatever you can dream or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. That's all I would say. And thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, Ms. Prachi, for your words of love. All right, everybody, so let's start the awards evening. I request Mr. Yogesh and Mr. Mahendra to please stay on stage along with Ms. Prachi, and others, you can step down, take your seats, and let's get it started. So are we all excited? No noise. Winners, can you make some noise? Are we all excited? All right, everybody, this is the most awaited moment for our young achievers. like Mr. Yogesh said, it was not easy, and for them to get till here, there was a long journey. So let's do this. Once they come on stage, we want you all to give them a huge, huge round of applause, lots of cheers, lots of love, as it's a very special moment for them. And some of them have traveled from different parts of India to receive this award tonight. So, without much ado, let's begin with our first winner. Please put your hands together, everybody. We are starting with our young achievers, and our first winner is Mr. Deepak Runwal from Anmol Silva. He's traveled specially from Bangalore to receive this award tonight. Give him a huge round of applause. Congratulations. Come on, everybody, for Mr. Deepak. Congratulations, Mr. Deepak. Keep up this. All right, everybody, it's time to announce our next winner who's going to take away this lovely award tonight. And it is Mr. Pranay Kanodia from Kanodia Jewellers from Hyderabad. Come on, everybody, let's give a louder one for all our winners. Congratulations, sir. Thank you so much. Congratulations. In fact, a request from all our winners, if they would like to speak few words, they're always welcome to do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, would you like to speak few words, our young achievers? Yeah. Okay, let's move ahead. So before we move ahead, we will thank Mr. Yogesh and Mr. Mahendra to join on stage. And to continue, Ms. Prachi, we will be continuing with you. Along with you, I request Ms. Pallavi Mehra, Senior Group Director, Informa Markets India, to please join back on stage. And Mr. Sumesh Vadera, Managing Director, AOJ, to please join back on stage. So ladies and gentlemen, our next winner who's going to be taking away this Young Achievers Award is Miss Sangyukta Pratap Kamal from Abaran Timeless Jewellery Private Limited, and she's travelled specially from Bangalore. So please give her a huge round of applause, everybody. Congratulations. You've won the hearts in the jewellery industry. These are all our experts, and they are setting the tone for the next generation, of course. So please cheer them up. Yeah, would you like to speak few words? You traveled specially from Bangalore.
I just want to thank you so much for organizing this, and like you said, it really is encouraging. It's just something to look forward to, and it's something to give you that little kick that, okay, like keep doing and things will be good. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All right, everybody, now it's time to call upon stage our next winner. And the next one goes to, there are two people who's going to be joining on stage from the same company. It's Mr. Lakshmikant Acharya and Sudhanva Acharya from GL Acharya Jewellers, and they've traveled from Puttur. So please, everybody, give them a huge round of applause. Congratulations. And thank you so much for being a part with us. Thank you so much. Come on, everybody, let's give them a huge, huge round of applause.
Good evening, everyone. It's truly an honor to receive this award here today. It means a lot for people like us who come from small towns to be recognized on this big stage, and especially in these days when we are competing against people who have marketing budget which is more than our turnover. So it's truly an honor to be recognized what work we do. And I'd like to thank Sumesh ji for recognizing our work, and also all the organizers, Hajma and Informa Markets and all the other organizers. Thank you.
Thank you so much and congratulations. All right, everybody, moving on to our next winner. Please put your hands together, calling on stage Mr. Nishkal Nukala. Please make some noise. He's from Sri Shubham Jewellers, Hyderabad. Congratulations. Mr. Nishkal Nukala.
Good evening. This award means a lot to me. Thank you so much for recognizing our work. We get motivated to do a lot of such things. It gives us a lot of inspiration to do more such activities. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I think this is a great encouragement for the entire industry, jewelry industry and fraternity. Moving on, let's put our hands together for our next winner. It is Miss Vidhi Ranka from Navka Sterling Silver. She's traveled from Bangalore to receive this award. Please give her a huge, huge round of applause, everybody. Miss Vidhi Ranka.
Good evening, everyone. This truly means a lot to me, and it keeps encouraging me to do something that I really want to become in future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That was so sweet. All right, everybody. So moving ahead, I'm going to thank Ms. Pallavi and Mr. Sumesh for joining with us, and we will continue with our other presenters. Ms. Prachi will be on stage. Moving on, I'm going to be requesting Mr. Pankaj Shinde and Mr. Mukesh Agarwal to please join on stage to give away the next awards. To give away the awards for our next young achievers. All right, everybody, so last two names who's going to be joining on stage, our young talent. Please applaud them, give them lots of love. So our next winner is Mr. Adesh Shah from AKS Jewels Private Limited and travels specially from Mumbai. Come on, everybody. Let's give him a huge round of applause. Congratulations, sir. Words, please.
I take this award on behalf of my sir, Mr. Adesh Shah. Thank you so much for this recognition. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Congratulations. And the next winner, she's not here with us, but some of our representatives will collect this award on behalf of her. And her name is Miss Jia Moore from Pawan Moore Jewellers. She's from Hyderabad. Congratulations to her. One of our representatives is collecting this award, but I'm sure she deserves a round of applause. So please go ahead with that. Congratulations to Miss Jia Moore. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank Mr. Pankaj and Mr. Mukesh for joining on stage. As Ms. Prachi continues to be on stage, we're done with the Young Achievers Award. Now we are moving on to our next category of award. Like Mr. Yogesh slightly said, these are the Legends of South, the Legends of Hyderabad Awards. This is a tribute to those extraordinary personalities whose craftsmanship, leadership, trust and legacy continue to inspire generations. These are the names that built not just successful businesses, but a strong identity for Hyderabad in the world of jewelry. And to continue this award, I'm going to invite Okay, so there's a surprise. So basically, before we call on stage our Legends of South, we have the highlights of day one, that is whatever has been happening since morning. We have a small video to showcase all of you out here. With your permission, we're going to be showcasing on the screen. You may be here, it's just 1 minute video. Yeah. Yeah, so are we all ready to watch the snippets of today? Okay, so yeah, since morning we had a panel discussion. In the morning we also inaugurated this event. I'm sure most of them were present here. And we had a celebrity guest in the morning also for the inauguration. And it's time for us to watch all the snippets. Everything happened since morning. And there are 2 more days which we are going to be continuing from today. So let's watch, let's have the video please. That was just day one. I'm sure 2 more days are here. So the start is so beautiful. Just imagine next 2 days is going to be so crazy out here. I'll also thank once again all our dignitaries for taking this opportunity. Since morning we had panel discussions and it all went on very much hit. A lot of experience and knowledge was shared over here. Thank you so much once again. And with this we'll continue to give away the awards. Like I said, now the next set of award is going to be the Legends of South. To give this award, once again I request Ms. Prachi to please join on stage. Can we once again put our hands together as our presenters are walking on stage? Along with her, I also request Mr. Yogesh Mudra, Managing Director, Informa Markets India, to please join on stage. And with him, Ms. Nirupa Bhatt, CEO IIGG Lab, to please join on stage. So like we said, these are the Legends of South who is going to be joining on stage. It has been a long journey that they have driven themselves into this industry, and they really deserve a huge round of applause. Also lots of love from all of you out here. Most of them are well known to each other. So please make sure that we give them lots of love once they come on stage. So starting with the first one, joining on stage with us is Mr. Paul J. Alukas. He's the Managing Director from Joss Alukas India Private Limited. Come on everybody. He's a legacy for us. Thank you so much, sir, for all your love, contribution, support. We can't let you go just like that. You're a legacy.
Good evening. I'm deeply honored to receive this award. and happy to see our industry is growing. And thanks to Informa Markets and Art of Jewellery for recognizing me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And congratulations. Thank you so much, sir. All right, everybody, and the next name is Mr. Mahendra Tayal, President, High Tech City Jewellery Manufacturers Association, HJMA, that is HAJMA. Come on, everybody, a louder one. His support has been really, really amazing. And thank you so much, sir, and congratulations. You are really the legend of South.
Thank you, Informa and Art of Jewellery Sumesh Bhai, Prachi ji, Nirupa ji, for honoring me with this award. I am so happy, and this award goes to all my HAJMA members who always encourage me to take this seat, and they allow me to take any decision on behalf of entire associations. So thank you so much, my HAJMA committee, for giving me and trusting me for this. Thank you.
Thank you so much and congratulations. With this, I am going to thank Mr. Yogesh and Ms. Nirupal for joining on stage. And to give away the next awards, I will request Mr. Ashish Pete, partner Vaman Hari Pete Jewellers, to please join on stage. Along with him, Ms. Pallavi Mehra, Senior Group Director, Informa Markets India Private Limited, to please join back on stage. All right, everybody, moving on to our next legend of South. Joining on stage is Mr. Surbhi Karthik, founder and partner from Surbhi Bullion. Please put your hands together and welcome him on stage. Congratulations, sir. The mic is all yours. Please share your thoughts with us.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். சவுத் இந்தியானா தமிழ் தான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வரணும். Good evening everyone. Always a pleasure. Even it's like getting Oscar award industry. Oscar award starts from here. Hope I will get more awards from this junction. Thanks for all the host, and thanks for my Ashish Piteji. He's a mentor for me for long years, and also very surprised that coordination I got the award from his hands. And also ma'am, thank you, and also all the dignity standing in the stage. Really grateful for this event, and also the Sumesh Bhai who recommended and selected whatever might be. I'm very grateful to him. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. All right, everybody, moving on to our next legend of South, and it is Mr. Mahendra Kumar Jain, the Managing Director from Heerapanna Jewellers. Please put your hands together and welcome on stage Mr. Mahendra Kumar Jain. So there's someone else who's collecting on behalf of Mr. Mahendra, but of course he deserves a round of applause. He's the legend of South. Yeah, please.
Just to clarify, I'm just doing an honor on behalf of Mr. Mahendra. My name is Kinjalsa, and I had Responsible Jewellery Council for Asia.
Thank you so much, sir, for coming. All right, everybody, moving ahead, I'll thank Mr. Ashish and Ms. Pallavi for being the presenter. And last two awards, so for which I'd like to call on stage Mr. Mukesh Agarwal, Exhibition Conveyor, Hajma, and Mr. Sumesh Vadera, Managing Director, AOJ, to please join on stage along with Ms. Prachi. All right, everybody, the next one who's going to take away the Legend of South is Mr. Rajesh Kumar, Director, Balaji Jewellers. Please put your hands together, everybody. Congratulations, sir. You're truly the Legend of South.
I thank Informa Markets and Hajma for honoring me with the award and the committee. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. And next we have two gentlemen walking for us. That's going to be Mr. Mahesh Agarwal and Mr. Suresh Agarwal, directors from Manugya Group. Please put your hands together and welcome on stage Mr. Mahesh Agarwal and Mr. Suresh Agarwal. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations, a few words tonight. I'll call.
Namaskar. Dhanyawad to Informa Market and Hajma. I will say that we are basically from textile from 1951. Now our first generation and second generation, they have started jewellery from last 25 years. Thanks to my family that they have started the good business. We are from basically textile. Thank you.
Both textile and jewelry complement very well, so it's the best thing you could do. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. With this, we're done with the awards, but there are two special awards which is still waiting. Before that, I will request all our winners to please join on stage, our young achievers. Okay, we can do that after the special award too. So, all right, so let's move ahead. I'd like to thank our presenters for joining with us on stage. And it's a very special moment now, everybody. We have two very special awards tonight. To tell us more about this award, I will request once again Ms. Pallavi to please join on stage and tell us more about this award tonight. The two very special awards which is going to be given tonight.
Thanks for being here, Prachi, and thanks for your patience all through. So as we celebrate the theme of Power of Young and Legends of South, it's only fitting that we honor a distinguished name whose family legacy has shaped the Indian jewelry industry across generations. And to do the honors, may I request Mr. Mahendra Tayal, Mr. Yogesh Mudras, and Mr. Sumesh Vadera to kindly join Prachi and me here to present the prestigious Legacy of Excellence Award to Mr. Ashish Pethe, partner Vaman Haripete Jewellers. The company was founded in 1909. Vaman Haripete Jewellers proudly celebrates 117 years of excellence in 2026, a name synonymous to trust, heritage, craftsmanship, and enduring leadership in the Indian jewelry industry. Can I also request Pankaj and Mukesh Bhai to please join us?
Sure. Let's all put our hands together as we present this special award, special memento from Hajma.
Good evening. Thank you so much, Hajma, Art of Jewellery, Informa Markets, for honoring our legacy of 117 years. I stand here representing our whole entire family, our team, which has been with us all 117 years, and millions of customers who have trusted us for 117 years, and I hope they continue to trust us for the next 100 years. And really touched by your gestures, the surprise, well-kept surprise, I must say, for me. And you guys have a lovely evening. Thank you, Prachiji, for coming. Jai Maharashtra. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir. Congratulations. Not just that, we have another special award. This is very special, which Ms. Pallavi is going to tell us more about.
I think I'll need the mic, sir. So I think I'm actually fumbling now. So as we come towards the end of the evening, there is one very special recognition and a very special award that we want to present. We honor a true pioneer in the Indian gem and jewelry industry, Ms. Nirupa Bhatt. She has transformed the role in shaping India's global reputation in gems and jewelry industry through her leadership, vision and commitment to education and industry development. Nirupa ji, can we have you on the dais with us?
Come on everybody, a loud one for the Lifetime Achievement Award to Miss Nirupa Bhatt, everybody. Can we all stand for a moment and give her a standing ovation? It's not easy, ladies and gentlemen, and we want to recognize this moment here along with all of us here. Can we all stand and give her a standing ovation? Come on everybody, let's applaud together. A special award by Hajma today, and we will also request Ms. Nirupa to speak few words. She was also moderator for one of our panel discussion today.
Namaskar. It's an honor and privilege to be here. And yes, I was a little surprised. Thank you, Informa Markets. Sumesh, your team, your commitment to the industry is really very much appreciated. I also feel very honored amongst with the celebrity who herself is a very accomplished actress. Yogesh and his entire team, I have seen them working over last many years. I think I've been coming to the show for a couple of years now. And I remember when you first instituted this award, we had a presentation. I am particularly pleased to be in company of Mr. Ashish Pethe. His entire family, their business has been known for the trust, the legacy that the family has established, and to be in company of such individuals, it's truly an honor. Mahendraji, Mukeshji, and all the members of the association, I don't know many of you, मगर आप लोगों ने जो हमेशा cooperation दिया है, आपके जो representatives हैं, वो हमेशा बहुत ही supportive रहे हैं, और मैं आप सबकी बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ. What I am today, मैं जब इस इंडस्ट्री में आई थी बहुत साल पहले, तो मैं डायमंड का डी ही जानती थी और कुछ भी नहीं जानती थी. And when I started working with the industry, I have learned many things from the industry. मेरा ये मानना है, ये मेरा अनुभव है कि ये इंडस्ट्री सब कुछ सिखाती है अगर आप सीखना चाहते हो. और ये मैं समझती हूँ, और ये मेरा तजुर्बा रहा है कि मैं जो आज हूँ वो आप सबकी बदौलत हूँ. मैं खुद कुछ नहीं जानती थी, आप सबसे सीखा है और वहीं से मैं आगे बढ़ी हूँ. मेरी हमेशा यही कोशिश रहती है और रहेगी आगे जाके भी कि मैं जो सीखी हूँ वो मैं इस इंडस्ट्री को वापस रिटर्न में दे सकूँ. जिसी भी हाल में, जिसी भी तरीके से जो भी बन सके मैं करना चाहूँगी. तो थैंक यू Pallavi and the team, all of you, for honoring me, and I really feel very, very privileged. Thank you. जब ये कहती है तो I remember when I started in this industry in 1989, when I used to go to the diamond buildings in Opera House in Prasad and Panchratna, there wasn't really any lady in the lift queue, or otherwise I used to climb the stairs sometimes को सब लोग ऐसे देखते थे कि ये क्यों खड़ी है इधर. So I used to climb those 16 floors to really have a meeting and then come down. Over a period of time, I was slowly accepted. It took time, but I didn't give up. And बहुत साल लगे मुझे, मगर जब उन्होंने accept कर लिया है, तो I am truly grateful to almost the entire diamond industry and the jewelry industry for giving their best and taking me as a student. और मैं हमेशा student रहूँगी. मैं आप सबसे भी कोशिश करूँगी सीखने की. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was so.
I had the opportunity to got mentored by Nirupa ji when she was in her first company, Rio Tinto. And to tell you something, one, that she's a champion for the women empowerment in the industry. Second, she's a very tough taskmaster. And if you make any small here and there, any mishap, she was very tough those days. Good that you mentored us, Nirupa ji, I remember those days. And she's also a founder of a very important association for women called Women Jewellery Association, the India chapter, and so many women and men she has mentored, and we're all like students to you. Thank you, Nirupa ji. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And there's one more memento from Miss Prachi. Yeah. Oh, he's speaking something. Sorry.
Before we end the ceremony today, on behalf of HMA, we would like to felicitate and thank you, Prachi ji, for coming on such a short notice.
Yes. And post this, we would like to have a group picture. Can I request all our winners to please join on stage along with Mr. Jagdish Prashad Verma, President, Telangana Bullion Gem and Jewellery Federation, and Mr. Sri Parasmal Ranka, President, Telangana Pawnbroker Jewelers Association. We request them also to please join on stage. And can we have all our achievers, our young achievers, and our legend of South to start walking towards the stage after this picture? We would like to take a group picture with all our winners tonight along with our special winners.
I would like to thank Prachi ji. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation on just one call and coming up for gracing this event. Thank you so much for this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We also have a vote of thanks for which I would like to call on stage Mr. Pankaj Shinde, Group Director, Informa Markets India Private Limited. We have come towards the end of this evening and I will request Mr. Pankaj to please conclude the evening.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank everyone for joining this evening, especially our partnering association, Hajma, our media partner, AOJ, for supporting this initiative. And I would like to congratulate all winners, both the young Power of Young as well as Legends of South. Thank you very much, and the evening is on, so please enjoy the evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you everybody once again for joining with us today. The Wine and Cheese networking is on, so please everybody join in and enjoy the rest of the evening. Have a lovely evening, everybody.